Fans have been waiting for this moment ever since Theo Silverton was discovered dead. From the very beginning, Coronation Street viewers have all been asking one question: who killed Theo? After weeks of throwing viewers off the scent with 6 different suspects, each with a believable motive and the perfect opportunity, the soap stunned everyone by revealing the real killer was someone nobody expected: Sarah. On the night Theo died, Sarah found herself trapped on the scaffolding outside the flat he shared with Todd. Terrified for Todd's safety, she desperately demanded to know where Theo had hidden him. Instead of answering, Theo cruelly turned the conversation against Sarah. He mocked her past relationship with Todd, brought up the heartbreaking loss of their baby, and deliberately reopened old emotional wounds. As Theo moved closer in a threatening manner, Sarah grabbed a nearby metal pipe and struck him in a split-second act of panic. The blow sent Theo falling from the scaffolding onto the cobbles below, killing him instantly. In the aftermath, Sarah kept her deadly secret while several innocent people found themselves under intense police scrutiny. Todd, George Shuttleworth, Summer Spellman, Christina Boyd, and Danielle Silverton were all questioned as potential suspects, while Sarah remained silent. She even allowed suspicion to fall on Gary Windus, her former partner and the only person who knew the truth. Immediately after Theo's death, Sarah called Gary for help, and together they covered up the incident and disposed of the evidence. The cover-up devastated Kit Green, who was not only investigating Theo's murder, but was also in a relationship with Sarah. Kit had already suspected Gary's involvement, so seeing Sarah constantly defending and meeting with him only increased his suspicions. Sarah became so determined to protect her secret that she allowed everyone to believe she and Gary were having an affair. The rumors reached breaking point when Maria publicly confronted Sarah during the disastrous family dinner. Eventually, Sarah admitted the truth to Kit, confessing that she was responsible for Theo's death. The revelation completely destroyed Kit's plans to propose to her. Rather than arresting Sarah immediately, Kit chose to abuse his position as a police officer. Determined to protect the woman he loved, he was willing to shift the blame onto Gary instead. But in Coronation Street, hidden secrets never stay buried forever. No matter how hard Sarah tried to escape the truth, her actions were always destined to catch up with her. Now, after more than 2 decades living on the cobbles, Sarah is finally about to face the consequences of Theo Silverton's death and could be heading for a lengthy prison sentence. A newly released preview shows the heartbreaking moment Sarah's world falls apart. She is enjoying a happy afternoon with David, Bethany, and Harry as they attempt to record a fun family video. Their laughter quickly fades when they realize David forgot to press the record button. Annoyed by the mishap, Sarah decides she's had enough and prepares to leave. Before she can walk out, the front door is smashed open by police using a battering ram. Officers flood into the house as DS Lisa Connor Swain steps forward to take control of the operation. She informs Sarah that she is under arrest on suspicion of murdering Theo Silverton. As handcuffs are placed around Sarah's wrists, her family watches in complete shock. Being arrested for murder in front of David, Bethany, and Harry is the most devastating moment of her life. With Sarah taken away by the police, the biggest question now is whether this marks the end of her future on Coronation Street. Former Coronation Street favorite Tracy Shaw has delighted fans after reuniting with another soap legend while continuing her treatment for breast cancer. Tracy and Sally Ann Triplett developed a close friendship when they toured together in the stage production Mum's the Word back in 2010. Their bond has remained strong ever since. Although both women are well known to Coronation Street viewers, they never actually appeared together in Weatherfield. Tracy's character, Maxine Peacock, had already been killed off before Sally Ann joined the ITV soap following her extended break. Sharing the special reunion on Instagram, Tracy posted a collection of cheerful photographs accompanied by Cyndi Lauper's hit Girls Just Wanna Have Fun. Alongside the pictures, she reflected on their time together, explaining that what was meant to be a quick 1-hour catch-up soon turned into a leisurely brunch followed by lunch and more than 3 hours of nonstop laughter. She also revealed that Sally had treated her to homemade ginger biscuits and beautiful sunflowers, making the day feel even more special. Tracy ended the heartfelt message by telling her friend how much she loved her. The touching post quickly attracted warm responses from fans and former Coronation Street colleagues. Sally Dynevor shared her appreciation with a simple but heartfelt message, while Samia Longchamban described the pair as gorgeous. Many followers also celebrated the strength of their friendship. One fan called it the perfect example of lifelong friends who can always pick up exactly where they left off, while another commented that every woman deserves a best friend to stand beside her through both happy and difficult times, adding that the homemade ginger biscuits looked delicious. Tracy has continued to keep supporters informed about every stage of her cancer treatment. Just one day before meeting Sally, she uploaded an emotional video expressing deep gratitude for everyone who has experienced a similar journey. She admitted that the middle stage of chemotherapy is especially difficult, describing it as both physically exhausting and extremely painful. Although people often reassure her that the suffering will eventually pass, she confessed those words can be hard to hear while living through the toughest days. Ending her message, Tracy said those people deserve far more recognition for their bravery, adding that their contributions have saved countless lives and should never be forgotten. Coronation Street star Sydney Martin has shared a heartfelt tribute to one of her closest co-stars, calling her whole world after the cast enjoyed their annual summer celebration in Manchester. Away from the glamorous evening, it has been an emotional week on the ITV soap for Sydney's character, Betsy Swain, whose life has been left hanging in the balance following a devastating medical emergency. Viewers watched as Ryan Connor discovered Betsy unconscious on the kitchen floor at number 6 before she was rushed to hospital in critical condition. Doctors later confirmed that she had suffered a stroke, and shortly after appearing to stabilize, she experienced a second one. Medical staff eventually diagnosed the cause as a blood clot that developed after damage to an artery in her neck, triggered by a temporary interruption to blood flow. In heartbreaking scenes, Betsy confessed to her mother, Lisa Connor Swain, that her boyfriend Dylan Wilson had accidentally strangled her during consensual intimacy. Although both believed the pressure had been slight, it ultimately led to the serious injuries that caused her stroke. As the week continued, doctors revealed that the stroke had left Betsy with aphasia and dysarthria, affecting both her speech and communication. Friday's episode brought more emotional drama when Betsy discovered that Lisa had informed the police about the incident, resulting in Dylan's arrest. Still convinced he was innocent, Dylan later insisted to his father that Betsy may have been unfaithful with Brodie Michaelis, refusing to believe his actions could have caused the medical crisis because the stroke happened later. The storyline has been created with guidance from the Institute for Addressing Strangulation, the Stroke Association, and Safeline to accurately portray the long-term effects of non-fatal strangulation and stroke. Over recent weeks, viewers have praised Sydney Martin for her powerful portrayal of Betsy as the character faces one of the biggest challenges of her life. Having first arrived in Weatherfield in 2024, Betsy's recovery is expected to remain a major focus in the coming months as she works towards rebuilding her future. One memorable clip, released during the Theo Silverton murder mystery storyline, saw Sydney and Kate dress up as detectives and jokingly question fellow cast members as they attempted to uncover who was responsible for Theo's death.